When most people hear the term Middle Eastern refugees, they think only of Palestinians. But there's another side to the story. Palestinians were not the only Middle East refugees. After 1948, nearly 1 million Jews were displaced from Muslim lands they had lived in for thousands of years. In 1957 and 1967, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees officially recognized these displaced Jews as refugees. The UN High Commissioner stated at the time, "There is no doubt they fell under the UN's refugee mandate. Their rights were taken into consideration during the formulation of United Nations Security Council Resolution 242. Passed unanimously after the 1967 Six-Day War, it calls for a just settlement of the refugee problem. It does not specify Palestinian refugees alone. Justice Arthur Goldberg, one of the original drafters, made it clear that the resolution applies equally to Palestinians and Jewish refugees. In the 1990s, the refugee issue returned to the table during the Madrid Peace Conference and the multilateral talks in Moscow. U.S. Secretary of State James Baker emphasized that the Refugee Working Group would consider practical ways of improving the lot of people throughout the region who have been displaced from their homes. Language applicable to both Palestinians and Jewish refugees. The roadmap to Middle East peace advanced by the Quartet, the UN, EU, US, and Russia, also refers to an agreed, just, fair, and realistic solution to the refugee issue. Again, language applicable both all refugees. Bilateral treaties affirm this too. The Camp David Accords and the Israel-Egypt Peace Treaty call, in generic fashion, to a just solution to the refugee issue. The Israel-Jordan Peace Treaty refers broadly to massive human problems caused by the conflict. Even the Oslo Accords use the term refugees without limiting it to Palestinians. Several world leaders have spoken up. US President Bill Clinton said in 2000 that Israel is full of people, Jewish people, who lived in predominantly Arab countries who came to Israel because they were made refugees in their own land. Additionally, President Jimmy Carter, Canadian Prime Minister Paul Martin, and UK Prime Minister Theresa May have recognized Jews fleeing Arab countries as refugees. The refugee story of the Middle East has two populations of refugees. Justice demands recognition of the rights, claims, and suffering of Jewish refugees from Arab countries and Iran, not just as history, but as consistent with and based upon international law, as moral responsibility, and as a key to bringing truth, justice, and reconciliation for all people of the region.